audacity. And
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the rundown. I don't know what happened to that intro. I hit the wrong button or something. So, can you hear me, Dunk?
yeah, I get you.
What is up, Rundown Nation? And welcome to episode 65. As always, I am Brian Mitchum, Director of Media Development, and joining me again this week is Commissioner Duncan, David Duncan, the owner and commissioner of the PFA. How's it going, sir? How you been? How's the week going for you?
Man, it's going cool, man. Hot. You know how I go down here in good old Miami.
I heard it was pretty hot in Florida, so um, I don't miss the heat, but I work inside now, so it doesn't matter for at least another
Look.
couple months. As always, we are live on Facebook and YouTube, as well as the PFA page. So make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, share the stream, tune into the chat if you're in there. We got a couple people getting in now, so kind of started all of a sudden, and the Friday probably threw them off. But I had a little family thing going on Wednesday, and I couldn't be at the show. So, um, but here we are, Friday, the day before kickoff of Week 9. We got a lot of talk about, Dunk. We got some recaps from Week 8. We got previews of Week 9. We have playoff pictures. We have standings. We have all kinds of stuff. As usual, the rundown is powered by the PFA, for the players, by the players, and Trinity Trifecta, the official uniform provider of the PFA and the rundown. But first, as always, Dunk, we'll be right back because it's time to pay some bills.
hmm
And we are back. Welcome back to episode 65 of the Rundown. I forget what episode we're on sometimes, Dunk. It's gone by so quick. Like 65 episodes. That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's
Um,
definitely fun for sure.
and I'm tired. That's for sure. 65 episodes. But I wouldn't have it any other way. It's been a great journey the last 3 years. So I'm glad it's lasted this long and it's going to keep going. So shout out to Chris Cousins, who's driving the children in the school bus tonight. That's why he couldn't be here. Got to make that money. Jobs and family come first. So we understand. But as always, we have somebody to fill in for us. we have Dunk, we can get Dotson. Somebody will fill in, so you don't just have to look at and listen to me. But shout out to Torrance Webster's in the chat. Welcome, Torrance. Glad to see you on, sir. Rondo's in the chat. My son Drew's a fellow watcher every week. He watches the show, so I appreciate that. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and share the stream. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your teammates, owners, get your guys to like and subscribe to our channel, please, because we do a lot for you, and that's the least you can do for us. Just that's my soapbox. But let's look at some Week 8 final scores, Dunk. Glass City, one of the top 2A teams in the country right now. They're on a roll. Hen over there, Hollywood Henderson over there has got those guys like a well-oiled machine. Chauncey Bowman has got over 1,000 yards passing, a bunch of touchdowns, leading the league in almost every category in passing. Looking to win that Triple Crown right now. That's where he's at. And shout out to them over there, 7-1. And I think if they win this week, they clinch that first spot. I'm pretty sure they'll lock that in if they win this week. So, Surge, shout out to Rondo and his guys. 28-8. They played a tough Glass City team. So, no knock to them for the loss, but they played a good Glass City team over there. They got, Glass City's got everything right now. They got offense, defense. It's just a well-oiled machine over there, and they're on a roll.
Listen,
hey, Jimmy,
man,
what's up, sir?
Check me out. I can't say enough about the Glass City Tigers. They do not have a home field. They have traveled.
I forgot to say that.
If you count the 10-game season plus the 1 game in preseason, they are on a 11-game road trip.
Plus Florida.
Most of y'all won't even go 40 minutes down the street.
Facts.
Most of y'all don't even make it to y'all own home games. We talking about, and they're 7-1, only losing to the number 1 franchise in the nation, the Detroit Ravens. Right? Here we are now. They on the road again. They 7-1. You can say whatever you want, but I know teams that would have folded up the whole season once they found out they couldn't get a field. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Glass City and shout out to the Surge. Surge, I want to say this. Surge is a team who played in a league last year where they won, right? Went to Nationals, lost on a last-minute play, joined the PFA, and they grinding. You feel me? It's tough over here in the PFA. This ain't no like cakewalk, man. No matter how you look at it, it's really not a cakewalk for real. Even if you know what I'm saying, somebody like the Ravens, it's not a cakewalk. You still got to battle. You still got to get right. You feel me? So, shout out to both of these franchises for sure, man.
Yeah, definitely. Glass City's been around a long time. Rondo and the Surge have been around for 4 or 5 years. They've been around about as long as I've been involved in pro advancement football. So they've stuck around, and they were champions last year. And who knows? It's not how you start; it's how you finish. Right now, they're in the playoffs, so it just depends on where they rank, where they seed at, and who they play, and what they do in the playoffs. So you still got 2 more weeks to go. And it's just as important as week 1. 8 and 9 and 10 is just as important as week 1. So next up we have Motor City Rams and Detroit Ravens. Man, what can I say about either of these teams? The Ravens were whooping the Rams probably 3/4 of that game.
It was actually 26-33. It was 7.
Oh, okay. I must have misread the thing. Sorry, Sims. I apologize. And Torrance in the chat. I know I get in a hurry sometimes and miss up the numbers, but it was a great game. Even though the first part of the game, the Ravens were up, 20-6 or whatever the score was at that point. But man, what a almost comeback for the Rams. What a almost comeback. This could have been a preview of the championship for the 3A. There's only 3 teams in the 3A, so it's not hard to pick a team. You can't never go wrong if you pick the Ravens, but you also can't go wrong if you pick the Rams, because now they lost to the Ravens, and now if they get in the championship game, they can get that win back, and you never know what's going to happen. So, what a game! Shout out to both franchises. Both great teams.
This would have come down to, and I want to say this real quick. I'm gonna spend some time on this.
Okay.
In no league have you seen a number 1 in the nation versus a number 3 in the nation in a regular season game. I think some of y'all kind of missed the point of good competition, right? And I'm not saying that nationally we're not suffering competition-wise. We are, right? It's hard to find good franchises. It's hard for people to start good franchises. These athletes don't want to take care of business, and these owners sometimes don't want to take care of business either, right? To have a game of this magnitude as a regular scheduled season game, it's not a natty. It's not a bowl game. I mean, we need to get back to this type of football right here, where every week is like a national. When Motor City played the Illinois Cowboys, shout out to the Cowboys, national caliber game, but for preseason. Like, I need y'all to really kind of like think more on a scale of, okay, how can we make pro advancement football advance and continue to be better? Fuck 37U, semi-pro, developmental, minor, amateur. Yeah, don't know, man. How do we get back to professional advancement football? These type of games right here, these type of franchises, this type of ownership, these type of athletes, right? In most scenarios, being down to the Ravens, going into the half like that, ain't nobody coming back. That's a testament to the Rams. Definitely. It don't matter if the Ravens took their foot off the gas or if the Rams turned up. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that it start here, right? These are the games we live for. 20,000 views during the game. 20,000 views, over 500 people watching the stream, right? We talking about booming, going crazy. And here in the PFA, I mandate my franchises to stream all games. If they don't, they get penalized with a fine. But this is why we do it.
Not just the home team, but the visitor team has to.
Yeah, both teams
stream as well.
Both teams got to stream. Why?
I don't know any other league that requires their teams to do that. I've not heard of any other league.
I mean, we're business. We're business. I ain't even worried about nobody else. Right. We a business. We our own entity. We're going to make our own rules. We're going to do our own thing. We're going to broadcast, and we're going to put on for pro advancement football. That's just all it is. But shout out to both of these teams, man. Made it. Motor City came back, made it a 7-point game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not enough that I could say about this game, truthfully, man. And kudos to both of them. And 2 more games left this week and next weekend. We rolling. You know what I mean?
I will say the Ravens have pretty much clinched that first round bye in the playoffs for 3A, just from their record. But so it's looking like the Rams and the Bills will play in the playoffs. See who goes to the championship game. But that's for another week. We still got 2 weeks left. So, but on to the next game. If it will change here. There we go. Hurricanes and the Fury, man. What can I say about the Fury? Charles, they're struggling a little bit, but they'll be back. They will come back, and if it's not this year, it'll be next year, because they've been around for a long time, and they're like some of the other teams that are in the league this year. They played in different leagues last year, and the competition over here is just, on different levels. So you got to get used to it, and you got to prepare. And they've had injuries and stuff like that. So it's just been an off year for the Fury, but I do believe they'll come back, and who knows what they'll do in the playoffs. They might surprise us.
I mean, ultimately, man, shout out to Charles over there, bro. Shout out to the Flint Fury. Shout out to a franchise that's been around since the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have your ups and downs, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's not that there's no talent in Flint, and it's not, they're not a good team. I think if I was to say anything, these athletes got to stop hopping off the couch and going to play grown man football. I want y'all to realize something.
Hurting themselves when they do.
Call whatever you want to call this, right? I need y'all to understand something. In hindsight, though, this is still adult grown man football, and you will get hurt if you go out there lollygagging. It's that simple. You know what I mean? Y'all need to work out. Y'all need to take care of y'all health. Y'all need to make sure that y'all eating at least somewhat decent. You need to be stretching. Stop coming to games. And I'm not saying Flint does this, but I'm just saying that's for athletes. Stop coming to games and just throwing on a good 25, 30 pounds of equipment and going full throttle and thinking nothing's going to happen to you, right? Like, you're not working on your mechanics. You're not working on your skill set. You're just jumping off the boat like, fuck, I can swim, and you ain't took no swim lessons, or you ain't brushed up on nothing. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Sitting at home playing Madden and thinking you can just come off the couch, put the controller down, and jump into a real game.
And what it comes down to is, Flint is a good team. I don't want nobody to let the score fool you. The Hurricanes traveled with about maybe like 23 players, not really a lot. They traveled light, but they got the job done. And the Hurricanes aren't a bad team. They actually are a really good team in the state of Michigan. So, shout out to the Hurricanes for, doing the crossover with us from the PAFL. So, that's good money right there. So
they've done a couple crossovers, so appreciate that.
We wasn't able to get the dub, but hey, shout out to Paige, man. Paige over there doing his thing.
And I've seen something that it says they're ranked number 1 in the PAFL in the 3A. So, like you said, they're not a bad team by no means. Man, this game right here was to me, in my mind, it was an important game for both teams. Both teams needed a win to solidify their, to playoff run, because we're almost done with the season. But shout out to the Phantoms over there for getting the dub. Both franchises are good. We have nothing but good things and hear good things about both teams. Flag City's been around for a little bit. You got Aaron Sanders, the owner over there, doing great things, well marketed, grind hard uniforms. Then you got Coach Mack over there in the Bandits. He runs a well-oiled machine, and like he always says, we play football over here. And talking to Coach Mack, you would understand how he runs his team, and it's pretty cool to see a pro advancement team run like that, because that's the way it should be. And same with the Phantoms. That's the way a franchise should be ran, marketing and all that stuff. So shout out to both teams. Congratulations to Aaron and the guys over there at Flag City for getting the win. The score doesn't really show how tough of a game it was, man. I mean, the Phantoms put up 12-point difference on them, but it could have went either way. Both teams are great teams. So,
I mean, the Bandits solid. 2 years in the game, they in their second season. They in the PFA. They rocking. They were a runner-up last year in their old league. The Phantoms the Phantoms have been a runner-up in the last damn near 3 years. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just this what it come down to. I mean, unfortunately, Flag City is 2-0 against the Bandits. This isn't their first meeting. The game is not as depicted as this score. There were many opportunities that the Bandits could have definitely taken this game, but unfortunately, Flag City was able to, they was just able to do a little bit more, get a little bit more. You know what I mean? So I know the Flag City Phantoms needed this. We wasn't able to play last week due to a forfeit win that we received. And then prior to that, there was a forfeit loss due to a lack of player commitment. So I know they're just trying to get their feet up under them and make this good run. So, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, shout out to them. And Javon, I'm sorry, I will change the score on the website too, because for some reason I swore I saw 32-20, but Javon said it was 36-20. So it could have been I didn't have my glasses on or something, but I got my contacts in right now, so that's the only way I can see the screen. Getting old sucks. Losing my eyesight there. All right, man. Next game, shout out to Lima for finally getting that win. They needed this game. But shout out to the Force, man. They've done nothing but show up all season. They've lost a lot of games, but they play hard and they play 4 quarters of football, and that's pretty good for a first-year team who's brand new. You know, Justin over there trying to get his staff set up, trying to get players and committed, but they may only win one game the whole season, but they showed up to every game. They traveled to every game they had to travel to. So shout out to the Force for doing what they can and playing 4 quarters of football. But shout out to Lima for getting that win, and that's definitely something they needed this week going into week 9. So they got the win on to week 10 or on to week 9. So we'll see how they do this week. They play the Bills. We'll talk about that later. But shout out to both teams, man.
So Michigan Force as a first-year team, they taking their lumps. They learning a lot. They understanding what it is to be in the PFA. This is not a league for the weak. This is not a league for weak ownership. This is not a league for you to not have structure and accountability and responsibility. So, shout out to Michigan Force for coming over and taking on that challenge. And to be honest, a few of their games, they were only like a few points, a few plays, a little bit more depth, maybe a little bit more discipline away from actually getting the dub. It wasn't like they getting blown out every week. Nah, that's not right. The case, So these two teams matched up very well, very, very well. I watched a little bit of the game through the stream, and Lima, that second half is what really got them over the hump, because I believe they went into the half, they were down. I believe the Michigan Force was
I believe I saw that, and at one point the Force were actually winning, and then when I checked back, Lima had got up on them a score or two. So,
DK, shout out to you. I hope you feeling better, bro. I know you had to get surgery. No matter what, man, I don't want nothing to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you're in better spirits and better health. I know the team losing you was major. I know that you are a leader over there. I know that you do your best as an athlete to take care of your business on that level. So I know missing such a incredible talent is going to be devastating to any franchise, no matter who it is, whether you leave to play with another team or in this particular case, you were, unfortunately injured and was unable to finish your season. So big ups to you, man. I hope that you feel better.
And Dakari, I feel for you, man. I know what you're going through. If you need to borrow my knee scooter when you get back onto weight bearing, let me know. I'll bring it to you. You can cruise around on it. I'll put some bling bling, some little streamers on the handlebars for you. But best of luck on your surgery and prayers that you recover fast, my guys. So just take it slow. Do what the doctor tells you. Don't do what I did and not listen to him, because you'll be going back for surgery. So. But shout out to the Lima Warriors for getting that win. Definitely needed. Next game, Cleveland Broncos against the Bills. Man, I did not see this game going this way. Not that I thought that the Broncos are a bad team, because they're not. We know Jimmy over there has got those guys. Great owner, great coach, great organization. That two teams that merged. But man, I didn't see it. But the Bills were trying to get their gears going. They got same thing that some of the other teams have got, player commitment issues, injuries. So shout out to Mikey over there for keeping it going the best he can. Going into week 9, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jimmy over there with the Broncos. With the merger and everything, I know it's been difficult, but I want to give a testament to Jimmy real quick. Jimmy is one of the few people, if not one of the only people, to be honest, to ever contact me and want to play the Ravens, want to play Motor City, want to play big dog talent no matter when and where it was. Whether he was hosting, he was willing to play Flag City Phantoms. The man has never once, and people might be like, oh, why would you go and play them and you not ready and blah, blah, blah. Like, because the rest of y'all some suckers and it's just football. And the problem is that y'all run from competition because y'all want a flawless record so you can go to Florida and then get your ass beat in Florida.
Right, by a team that actually plays competition. Yeah.
Right, man. And shout out to Jimmy, man, for taking these games. He ain't backed out of nothing. He took every game. He came to me and asked for games specifically. So shout out to the Broncos. They got a dub. I know they was light, even though they was at home. I know Mikey and the Bills was light, even though they was away. And shout out to Mikey, man, taking that trip. I believe that was like a 3-hour trip, 3.5-hour trip, almost 4 hours. He took it. He ain't hesitate. He ain't question it. He pulled up. I mean, he shot me a little text on the side like, bro, I only got like 3 linemen, bro. I'm like, listen, man, just do the best you can, bro. But he went out there, wasn't able to get the dub. And, it's games like this that's going to happen, But, I believe in Mikey. I believe in what he's trying to do. At least he trying. At least he doing. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got teams that won't even like. I got a game open on July 11th. I can't get nobody to fill a damn home game for the Ravens because y'all terrified. Like, it's crazy, man. But, big ups to this game, man. We wasn't able to get the dub, but I'm proud of Jimmy, man. Jimmy, handle your business, bro. Love you, bro, man. I appreciate everything you've done for me over the years.
Definitely, Jimmy. Jimmy's a great dude, a friend of the show. He's been on the show several times, even though he's not in the PFA. He's still welcome to be on the show anytime he wants. So, shout out to Coach Jimenez in the chat. What's up, Coach? Hey, Mo Montana, how you doing, sir? How's Racine doing?
Mo, don't come in here with that bull. Do not do it, bro. Get your big ass out of here, bro. I don't got time for you, bro. I don't. Mo, don't come getting on my damn nerves, man. Please
With that being said, it's time to take a – hey, Bill Billingsley.
What's up with the best two-way player in the nation? Hey, I'm going to stamp that. The best two-way player in the nation. What's up? I'm hold on. It is one other person that's right there with you. I'm going to go ahead and say his name. One other person that play corner and receiver. He like that. Who you think I'm talking about, Brian? Begin with an S.
Shit. I can't think of it.
Not shit.
No, I can't. I don't know who it is now.
I'm talking shit. I was going to say Speedy.
Oh, yeah. Speedy Hannah. Yeah.
Speedy like that. But because on the consistent level, my boy Ted, he got that. But go ahead, man. I know we about to shoot to a commercial and shit.
Let's take a break and check out the highlights from the Ravens and the Rams game, courtesy of Rivals Live and our director of creative media, Rico Poole. We'll be right back. we are back. Oh, what the heck? Welcome back to episode 65. And Jordan Johnson said, Control Alt Delete. Man, it was a great game, no matter the outcome. I know you guys didn't get the outcome you wanted, but nevertheless, you guys almost came back. And like somebody said, Bill Billingsley said it was an ESPN Classic game because it really was. I mean, it could be a game of the year, you know. So, but nevertheless, let's. Where am I at? Nope, that's not what I wanted. I got to pull it up. Thought I had it loaded. Here we go. All right, week 9. We're coming down to the end. Shout out to Rival Live and Rico in the chat. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. Been awesome. Thank you for sending us the cliff notes of the game. We appreciate you. Week 9, we start off with the 4-4 Surge taking on the Cap City Bandits, who are also 4-4. This is an important game because right now the Bandits are holding on to that 3rd spot. The Surge are in the fourth spot, but I'm not sure what the point differential is, but nonetheless, I think this is going to be a good, close game. But yeah, I mean,
this ain't nothing but the championship last year. These two teams met. The Surge won. The Bandits was a runner-up. This time, the Surge got to travel to the Bandits and get some money. We got to see how they travel. The Bandits is hungry. I need people to understand that the Bandits are 1-2 plays away from winning these games, dog. They're not sorry. Neither is the Surge. Let's be honest. One of those losses the Surge got, which was unfortunately their fault with the field situation. We're not gonna blame another franchise. We're not gonna blame nobody. We're gonna keep it a beam. As ownership, you got to make sure you're intact, period. In the discussion, I ain't trying to hear nothing about no bleachers and none of that BS. At the beginning of the week, I'm calling, hey, that feel available? Oh, it ain't? I bet. Boop. I'm going to go run my routes and figure out where I'm going to get this ball at. It's that simple. That's simple. So they got an unfortunate loss because I really feel like them and the Hurricanes would have been a banger. Bro. And we'll never know now because of that. So, shout out to the Surge, shout out to the Bandits, man. Safe travels and good game this week tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. I feel like today's Wednesday, but it's Friday. So next up, we have the 5-3 Phantoms traveling to the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Are the Rapids 7-0?
Yeah, they undefeated.
Undefeated. I mean, this is one of those games that Flag City better show up and not FAFO, because that's what's going to happen if they don't come play serious. Because 7-0, obviously the Rapids are a very good team. Being undefeated in the PAFL, not a league that's lacking competition as well. They got good teams, great organizations over there. So, hope the Phantoms travel well. Hope they get good participation this week. And go and play some Phantom football and come home with that dub.
To my Phantoms, man, hear me out. Hear me out on this. Dedicate, travel. I got 2 more games. This y'all's second game before the last game of the season. Finish strong. Overall, yes, you are 7-3 overall. All right, cool. But you will be 7-4. You lose tomorrow for sure. You lose after that, you'll be 7-5. It don't sound as good as 7-3 or 8-3 or 9-3. So put it in your mind to get money. And we already know, Ted, my speech right now ain't even to you, Ted. You in a whole category of your own. You feel me? Like, we already know, me and you been rocking for years. I know where your heart lie. I know where your mind lie. You not in question, but when you on the field, there's 10 other motherfuckers got to be on the same type of time, same energy. You feel me? So hold your blocks, give some lanes, listen to the QB, listen to your coaches, execute, shut up, stop all that bickering, stop all that arguing.
Don't talk to the refs. Please don't talk to the refs.
If you're not in the game, y'all should be on the sideline game planning. If you're not in the game, you need to be on the sideline game planning and bigging up the people that's on the field. Like get that structure down pack, dog. You know what I'm saying? Aaron put a lot into this. Vashawn put a lot into this. Ted put a lot into this. JP put a lot into this. Like, come on, man. The first lady, Aaron's wife, put a lot into this. Jimenez put a lot into this. Like, come on, bro. Y'all lacking, bro. Let's get right. Let's get busy. Let's get active. You feel what I'm talking about? So to the Falls, hey man, good money, great marketing, great franchise.
Definitely.
I don't have nothing negative to say about Cuyahoga Falls Rapids at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? May the best team win. That's all I gotta say. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta travel to them. Hey, get some money, FCP. That's it.
Hey, yeah. I just want a good game, and I want the PFA to come home with that crossover game win. So, next up, we have Glass City and the Michigan Force. I mean, what can you say about this game, man? I'm taking Glass City, of course. But who knows? Could this be the game the Force actually pull it out and win? Possible. Nothing's never possible. But honestly, I think the Glass City will come out 8-1 in this game, and they're going to put up a good number of points. You got Chauncey Loman over there, who's almost 1,200 yards passing. And shout out, and also I forgot to say when we're talking about the FCP game, shout out to Black Brady Mo. He's right behind Loman in the stats too, because he's having a great year. So shout out to him and stuff like that. So, but man, I think this is going to be one of those games where the Force show up again, and obviously are they playing at the Force's field? Yep. Okay, it's a home game. That's right. So we'll see what happens.
Got to. You know, like Glass City ain't got no field. So, y'all know how I feel. I don't like doing games where we play each other twice. I did fill in the schedule and made them play twice. So this is the only game of the PFA period where we played each other twice.
I forgot they already played them once.
So with that being said, the Force got a lot more experience under their belt. They got a lot more understanding under their belt. I do believe that they will not be the exact same team that Glass City faced earlier in the season. But also the same can go for Glass City. They are not the same team that beat them in the beginning. You know, they might come firing even harder. I do believe this will be a really good game, despite the records. I think ultimately it's gonna come down to who is disciplined, who can execute, and who is the most well coached. And right now, you know, it's anybody game. So, you know, big ups to these franchises, and safe travels to the Glass City Tigers.
Definitely. On to the next game. Man, there's gonna be another rough game for the Fury. Maybe, we don't know. Rams are coming off a loss, but are they going to show up and want to put the BTA on the Fury, or are they going to have that loss in their head still and not take them seriously? I don't think that's going to be the case, but you never know.
I mean, truthfully, I think the Rams, you know, they're such a dominant franchise, and they're so powerful across the nation. Like the Rams could easily beat 95% of the nation. I'm not even. And I'm being dead serious. Like they really could. I know people gonna be like, man, don't you be hyping everybody up, bro. They ain't even that good. Shut up. You ain't even left your home to even seen anything else that I done seen. I done seen things for years. I done seen it in Nationals. I done seen it at bowl games, bowl systems. I've seen teams you've only heard about. So when I speak, I'm only speaking from a place of experience and knowledge, wisdom, information. So, and to the Fury, I mean, I know it's another game. It's tough. They do have a somewhat of a tough schedule, but we all do in the PFA. We all have. Some might play a couple more tougher teams than others, of course, naturally, if it doesn't align like that. But, all I can say, Fury, go up there, play the best that you can, best Fury football that you can, and leave it on the flow. And go home and recoup and get ready for the last game of the season. That's it. Whatever happened. Whether win or loss with these two teams, it is what it is.
Right. Lima Warriors and the Bills. The Bills have already lost to one 2A team this year. Will the Lima Warriors be the second 2A team to beat them? I don't know. Will the Lima Warriors travel well? I don't know. I do know they're going to be missing a couple players on the defense. I think Ethan Missamore said he wasn't going to be at this game. That could hurt the Warriors because he's one of the key players. You got Dakari out with the broken ankle. But they might have found their quarterback, fixed their quarterback problem from the quarterback they had in last week was killing it. So we'll see how he does against the Bills defense. I think it's going to be a better game than people think.
Yeah. People kind of underestimate Lima. They not a bad team. Like, seriously, really not. I think with the interim head coach right now, one thing he said to me in the meeting on Sunday was that he think at that second half of the game against the Force is the first time all season that he felt that the team actually played as a unit, and they made the adjustments as coaches. They made adjustments, and one of the biggest adjustments was changing the quarterback situation. The minute they changed the quarterback situation, touchdown.
Yep.
So, shout out to the coaches over there with Lima, just finding a way and navigating. Shout out to the athletes over there putting it all together. And shout out to the Bills too, man. They back at the crib. They took a tough loss last week, but they back home though. It's a little different playing the Bills at the crib. Yeah, they lost, but they lost to the Bandits. Bandits is a good team. We got to stop. Like, they're a good team for real. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't really know what you're gonna have week to week. Sometimes with some of this, so I do think this will be a much better game than people expect.
And for the Warriors, it's more of an important game for the Warriors than it is for the Bills. Not that winning a game is not important, but the Bills have already made they're already set in stone where they're going to be in the playoffs. The Warriors could move up or they can move down. It just depends on how they finish the season. So, but shout out to both teams, both great teams. It's going to be like I said, it's going to be a better game than most people think. So, but that is the week 9 for the PFA 2026 season. It's going to be a great weekend of games, and I think we're going to have some upsets and maybe some upsets and shocking the league and shaking it up a little bit, hopefully, and see how it goes. But take a look at this is at the playoffs started today. This is what it would look like for the 2A. You got the Bandits or the Tigers and the Phantoms getting that first round bye, and then it's the rest of the teams 3 through 6, and the Force are outside looking in, unfortunately, right now. So,
and I want to just throw this out there, like, look at these win-loss records, right? I want y'all to understand that when we do internal and crossover, this is how it's supposed to look. I'm not even being funny. You're supposed to, bro. If you were that good, then you won't have no loss, right? But if you take an L, you take an L, bro. Like, look at these teams. They're so matched up on so many ways. So that's a testament to the schedule. That's a testament to the franchise. That's a testament to the competition. Ain't nobody here outside of Glass City who is, I'm not going to lie, that what they doing right now is absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Right.
To be on the road, no home field, and be winning. Hey, listen, I ain't got nothing to say. Nothing to say. That's legendary.
Cash is in the chat. The Black Hitler stat. Hey, don't get us made a meme tomorrow, man. I don't need another meme of us talking about.
I'm glad Mike could join us. Damn, he ain't been on the show and since like week 2.
I know he's busy
That's all
selling
right.
tires, man.
That's all right. That's
But
all right.
we'll go ahead and
Yeah,
take a look at the 3A, even though it's a little, you know, it's a little simple.
that's because people don't want to move up to 3A. They scared, bro. They gotta stop that
Hey, you're going to
BS.
start making it like the English Premier League. If you win the championship in 2A, you automatically get bumped up to 3A.
Yeah, we're gonna figure
How they
something
do it
out
in
with that
soccer. That's
next
how
year.
they do it in soccer.
We gonna move some people up next year. They whether they like it or not, they gonna have to go. I don't care.
Flag City. No. But this is the look of the 3A. You know, the Ravens are pretty much locked in the number 1 seed, and the Bills and the Rams will fight it out, and not literally fight it out. Don't take that literally, guys. Play that game and see who goes and plays the Ravens. It looks like the Ravens will be hosting the game. Obviously, the number 1 seed host, but that's kind of simple. Look at the 2A. That's our pick'ems for the week. Chris still in the lead with his picks, looking to get that 3rd year in a row of that pick'em championship. So there's the. Sorry, it's a little small. It likes to make it small, but it's on the website if anybody really wants to see it. It's on the website. Go to PFA PlayersFootballAssociation.com. Scroll down, you'll see the standings for both 3A and 2A. So, and there's the pick'em standings. Chris, myself, and Dave Ladden. Dave has lost a couple games by picking against some teams that he probably shouldn't have picked against, but hey, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. But we like to have fun over here sometimes in the PFA. But as always,
Something else real quick. July 11th. I need a home game for the Ravens.
oh yeah, I thought you had one.
This is the problem. So you got this week, right? I couldn't find a game this week, right? Cool, they'll get the little win. Next week is 4th of July weekend. Nobody's playing.
Yeah.
July 11th, that needs to be a game there. July 18th, they have a first round bye. That's 4 weeks, dog. Like I can't. That it's unacceptable, and it's so crazy that I just can't get a team to just say, "Okay, we'll play them." That's it. Let the cards lay where it lay. Like help Dunk out, get Dunk a game. It was a game there. Unfortunately, team backed out. I need a game there. So,
I thought you had one in the cooking, but maybe that didn't go through, huh?
I mean, I'm throwing it out there. I'm working on a couple of things, but shit.
No one's taking the bait.
Nah.
Let's see what else. I posted the stat or the deadline for turning in stats for the last game of the season. So players, make sure your owners or your stat person gets that to me before the deadline, else the stats won't count for your awards. And look for the flyer for the 3rd annual Rundown Award Show. We'll be posting that soon. And shout out to Daniel Demand. Is it how you say his last name?
Demand
For joining the front office of the PFA as the JUCO recruiter. So that's going to be helpful for the ones that want to go back to college or go to college. So look forward to seeing how that comes about. And Jordan, I believe I put the deadline as. Hang on, I'll tell you.
Hey, real quick, I just got word. I just peeped. Big ups to Glass City. Glass City is the number 1 2A franchise in the nation.
Breaking news.
In the nation. They ain't never had. Oh, y'all boys, y'all, hey, man, what y'all gonna do, man? Y'all gotta win this big. You gotta win this big. Y'all tripping. I'll be excited right now. Y'all tripping. I'll be in that thing like, why we number one? Don't get. I'm just saying, like, it's still some football left though. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying, congratulations on this week being
don't let it get to your head, Monty.
number one in the nation. Shout out to him. Shout out to Nard. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Just want to put that out there. And no, let me say this. No, Dunk ain't in there like Dunk always got his teams at the top. Dunk always Dunk be doing. It's just the body of work. You show me a team playing 10, 11 different franchises on the road, and they're 7-1, and the only loss is against the Detroit Ravens, whom y'all won't even take a date with.
Ding, ding, ding.
So, look at Monty. He said, then we gonna turn up. Hey, listen, do y'all thing. I'm proud of y'all boys, man. Keep doing y'all thing. You know, y'all commissioner rock with y'all. Monty, you in the backdrop. You in the real big boy, like meeting the business aspect now. So now you see how it roll. You feel me? Like, so hey, anytime you used to be like, man, don't be on some bullshit, man. I don't bring for real. I used to be like, damn, Monty don't like me. What I do to him, dog?
Then you kicked Monty out of the chat a couple times the last time he was in the chat.
He was never in the chat.
No, it was maybe. It's always Austin.
That was JP. That was JP.
Oh, JP. Okay. Well, that is going to do it for episode 65 of the Rundown. Thanks everybody for chiming in. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Commissioner Duncan, for jumping on and co-hosting with me while Chris Cousins is at work. As always, I'm Brian Mitchum, Director of Media Development. For Chris Cousins and David Duncan, catch you next time. Catch us if you can.